November 1st. It's now 6:32 p.m. I have with us Bobby Stinnett, our Williamstown Methodist Church minister. If you could, everyone could rise for invocation and continue to stand for the pledge.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we give you thanks and praise today for all that you have done for us. We thank you for this wonderful community, this county that we live in. Lord, I just ask that you bless these leaders with wisdom and knowledge to continue to grow this county, to do the right things for its people, and that your love may shine through them. Again, we give you all thanks and praise, and it's in Christ's most holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Brother Bobby. He filled in for our Deputy Judge Colton Simpson. His wife and him just had a baby over the weekend, so he is home caring for his child. They had a baby girl, so congratulations to them. Jen, if I can have you call roll.
Magistrate Humphrey.
Present.
Magistrate Coldiron.
Present.
Magistrate Riley.
Present.
Judge Truckdills.
Present. Item 5 on the agenda is approval of the regular meeting minutes for October 18th, 2022.
Having read and reviewed the minutes of regular meeting minutes of October 18th, 2022, I make a motion that we approve as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item 6, fiscal matters. Need approval of the claims on the general fund, the road fund, the jail fund, along with all transfers presented dated November 1st, 2022.
Having reviewed the claims this evening against the general fund, road fund, jail fund, along with the requested transfers as presented, dated today's date, November 1st, I make a motion to approve.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Codarn. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item B, we have an appointment of Tyler Garnett as the replacement for the Deputy EMA Director, retroactive October 24th, 2022. And Tyler's here in the audience with us.
I make a motion to appoint Tyler Garnett as the Deputy EMA Director, retroactive August 24th of 2022.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
It appears all in favor, motion carries. Congratulations, Tyler, and get with me tomorrow or something, and I'll get you sworn in. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your service.
Item C, we have a reappointment of Aaron Hurley. This is on that vacant position at the Road Department as a laborer, retroactive yesterday, October 31st, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the reappointment of Aaron Hurley to the Road Department as a laborer, make it retroactive October 31st, 2022.
I second.
Motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Codarn. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving on to item D, we have a reappointment of Dorothy G. Altman for Grant County District Extension Board from January 1st, 2023, and she'll expire December 31st, 2025.
I make a motion of the reappointment of Dorothy G. Ottman for the Grant County District Extension Board effective January 1st, 2023, and expires December 31st, 2025.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Codar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Item E, appointment of Patsy Kimman for Grant County District Extension Board to fill a vacancy January 1st, 2023, and expires December 31st, 2025. And that's the vacancy of late Sharon Gabbert which will be a great loss to the Extension Board.
I make a motion to appoint Patsy Kinman for the Grant County District Extension Board to fill a vacancy starting January 1st of 2023 and to expire December 31st of 2025.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to F, appointment of Caitlin T. Simpson for Grant County Local Board of Health, starting from January 1st, 2023, expiring December 31st, 2024.
I'll make a motion to accept the appointment of Caitlin T. Simpson for Grant County Local Board of Health, effective January 1, 2023, and to expire December 31st, 2024.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item G, reappointment of Sandy Delaney for Grant County Local Board of Health. Her starting January 1st, 2023, expiring December 31st, 2024.
I'll make a motion for the reappointment of Sandy Delaney for Grant County Local Board of Health, effective January 1st, 2023, and expires December 31st, 2024.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Kodar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Item H, reappointment of Jody Edler for Grant County Local Board of Health, from January 1st, 2023, expiring December 31st, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve the reappointment of Jody Edler for the Grant County Local Board of Health, effective January 1, 2023, and to expire December 31st of 2024.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item I, reappointment of Corey Keitlinger for the Grant County Local Board of Health, January 1st, 2023, expiring December 31st, 2024.
I make a motion of a reappointment of Corey Keitlinger for Grant County Local Board of Health, January 1st, 2023, and expires December 31st, 2024.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Kodar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All in favor, motion carries. Moving down to the last appointment, reappointment of Phyllis Reed for the Grant County Local Board of Health, starting January 1st, 2023, expiring December 31st, 2024.
I'll make a motion for the reappointment of Phyllis Reed to the Grant County Local Board of Health, effective January 1, 2023, and to expire December 31st of 2024.
I second.
Motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Kodar. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Quite a few appointments on the agenda in the next couple meetings there will be. This is getting towards the end of the month over the last 3 and 4 year terms. So we'll have quite a few reappointments and new appointments. Moving down to item 7, old business. The court has nothing to report on old business. So it takes us down to item 8, new business. And we have Julia Black with us, concerns about a development on Violet Road. And I spoke with Ms. Black the other day on the phone on some of the concerns, and she asked to come to the meeting and speak to the court about it, and that's what she's here for.
Absolutely.
So, Ms. Black, if you'd like to come up to the podium and just turn on the button for the microphone so we can hear you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We took around a petition to our neighborhood, and I was going to just read what we showed our neighbors, if you wouldn't mind, and then we'll go from there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, this is how we worded it. We wanted to inform our neighborhood that Arlene House Builders has purchased property off of Violet Road adjacent to the back part of Maple Ridge subdivision. This is county property where ours is considered city property. Our concerns are as follows. Number one, Arlene House Builders has already begun excavating the property without a zoning permit, according to our conversations with Jim Purcell, the mayor of Crittenden. So we've had conversations with him about this. Although we do not mind getting new neighbors, and we don't, It does need to be done according to all rules and regulations. Number 2, the way the front of the property is being developed, the entire runoff water for the currently developed lots is being directed into our subdivision city sewer system via a county culvert running under Violet Road. The concern is that the extra runoff water may cause an overflow in our systems and yards, causing flooding or erosions on our properties. Maple Ridge Subdivision's city sewer system cannot handle the extra runoff from another county subdivision across Violet Road. And I put in summary, we would appreciate your help in signing our petition to stop the work until it is corrected before it affects our properties. And I typed this up on behalf of my parents. They own the property at 195 Liza Lane, which is in Maple Ridge Subdivision. And their names are Bill and Joy Green, and I live there with them. My name is Julia Black. So that's basically all that we took around and had some people sign this petition. Some people did, some people didn't. So, and that's basically our concerns, is we're concerned that our sewer system will not handle the extra runoff water. So, you guys have any questions for me?
Yeah, I guess the concern, I know we spoke briefly on the phone,
Yes.
is the runoff water on the land across the road, how it would affect directly the sewer system.
What happens, the first driveway that they've put in on the new build,
Yes.
they had to, of course, make a huge driveway. They have two right next to each other.
Right.
I believe there's some individuals that own that, from what I've been told.
That's correct.
And the ditch line, they dug out all of the, and they had to, because to create the driveways they had to. They dug out all that natural drainage and things that was already there, and it's on one side, it's dug out, it's as tall as me, and it connects to a pipe that runs under Violet Road that runs directly into our sewer system with Maple Ridge. So that's our concern, is them creating more of a deeper water pool, that would catch more runoff water and things like that, than it going down the road, naturally flowing, to the natural way it was. And that's just our concern, that it's going to affect our yard, because our manhole is the first one it's going to hit, and then anybody downhill is going to get the extra runoff from that. So that's just our concern.
Okay.
We wanted to voice our concerns and let you all make sure you're aware of it. And
So, Ms. Black, are you saying that the current owners of the property of in question that's across from Maple Ridge, that the runoff piping that is connected, they've reconnected it to what
No,
is a city?
That's county. That's a county
Right.
road. But the first driveway they installed, right before you get to it, right at the edge of it, there is a pipe that runs under Violet Road that connects into our.
And we have proof of that?
I have pictures
Yeah.
on my phone.
Well, it's, and we'll have to look at it, and we have
Okay.
Becky Ruhal with us.
Okay.
The driveway itself, a permit was issued by Steve Tatum, the county
Okay.
road supervisor,
Okay, good.
for the driveway itself and the culvert that's put in there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know in that location, I know that culverts run under Violet Road for valleys and drainage throughout that road like they do any road.
Right.
Now, I guess if I understand what the concern is, you all have a manhole
Yeah.
that's your city sewage, and you believe that,
It's like
There's-
the city sewer water runoff. Am I saying that correctly? Yeah. Okay. And it goes through that pipe that goes under Violet Road directly into Maple Ridge Subdivision's, natural sewer water drainage. So
now I don't, it shouldn't be hooked to the city. Yeah, stormwater's not
It's a
hooked to the city
it's probably a
sewage.
stormwater drain. It's
Yeah.
not a sewer. Sanitary sewer is
it's
separate.
stormwater. I guess that-
Right,
am I-
stormwater
I
drain.
apologize.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and we have our own, city sewer we're
Absolutely.
connected in.
Yeah.
But this all runs, down through all the neighborhood and everything like that. So the extra water, we were just concerned that there would be washouts, flooding in people's basements if it gets really big and extreme. Because I know, Sorry, guys.
No.
I talk with my hands. Sorry about that.
We all do.
We were just concerned that, in the long run, it would cause us problems, or if that becomes developed more.
Right.
I have heard that Arlene House Builders owns part of it, and a few other subsidiaries own it. But right now, there's only 4 people there. But yes, ma'am.
I do have a question. You said Arling House has developed this?
Not yet.
No.
No.
But
Not-
eventually they will. My thing is we just want to make sure that
If it's going to be
Well,
developed,
that's what I'm
correctly.
wondering, if
Yes,
it's
that's our-
developed,
that's our-
if they're working now, isn't there any plat or anything done that's showing?
not
No.
that I'm aware of. The
They're-
only
they're-
plat
they
I
haven't-
have.
I don't mean to interrupt. They haven't started, Arlene House hasn't done anything on their property.
Not
They've
yet.
split the property up. The beginning of that farm, it was several hundred acres, I
Yeah,
think,
wasn't
totally.
it? Don't they have I want to say
54 acres is what
something like that? Yeah.
Arlene House currently still owns.
Yeah.
Down towards Ridge Road. That property that Arlene
Yeah.
House still owns backs up on Ridge Road off of Violet.
Right.
So,
Yes.
did you say they had started?
No.
No.
Okay, I thought that
I
No,
was,
there's been a
I was under
driveway
the assumption
back-
that
Okay,
Arlene
just-
House
One of the
owned
lots
it.
that's been purchased.
okay,
Yeah.
Way back off the road.
You're just here on behalf of a potential future concern.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
not
ma'am. That's our
urgent
concern.
Or not anything dealing with
That's our.
current development
That's just our
today.
concern. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
There
just
hasn't
wanna
been
make-
any rain.
Not to speak of, but if we do, we'll keep
Right.
an eye on it. And if that happens, who do we go to?
Right, right. So-
we want to make sure
So I guess
us
your
and our
concern
neighbors
is
are
that
taken care of.
they've modified
Yeah.
the slope through that
Yeah.
ditch line.
I mean, I don't mind, getting new neighbors and developing things, just as long as it's done the right way.
Yes, ma'am.
And we want to be good neighbors, the same as I hope they want to be good neighbors. So,
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
okay.
Well, what we'll do is I'll come down or get with the road supervisor
Okay.
and look about, because I can't answer the question about a culvert that's going under Violet Road, but I know there are some.
Yeah.
And now that I know what your concern is, but you're saying that manhole is a storm drain, you believe, and not the sewage?
Storm. It says sewer on the top of the lid, but it's the.
Well, then it's
runoff
probably the
water.
manhole for the city sewage that's coming through there.
Is
But
it on the curb?
No. It's
It's in your yard?
It's in our backyard.
Okay, that would
And it's
definitely
probably-
be a sewer main.
On
Yeah.
the other side of the road.
Okay.
You've got Maple Ridge subdivision. We're in the very back corner. Then you have the Mormon church right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Violet Road, and then the new property
Right,
that's being
across the
developed.
road.
Yeah, it's across the road. That's considered county. We're city. The church is county, from what we've been told.
That's
So,
correct.
Yes.
If you want to come by, we can show you what we're talking about.
Okay.
Or whatever,
Absolutely.
just
Yes,
our concern.
I'll drive by.
Any of you. can-
And just, well, since we're here to address Arlene House property, if they developed, and that's why I had Becky Ruall come up in case, because I didn't know what all the questions were to answer. That would all have to do with what the zone would be. If it's 1 acre lots, if it's less than 1 acre, they'll have to hook to city
I know
sewage.
right now it's still agricultural, from what I've been told.
Yes.
That is correct.
So,
And before
But-
they could develop multiple homes
Yeah.
on lots less than 5 acres,
Yeah.
they would have to rezone, correct, Becky? Yes.
And come before the planning and zoning.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there's a process that
Well,
goes
we-
through to assure
That was just
the
our
concerns.
concern, so.
Yes.
And,
The-
Well, ma'am, I'll tell you, I'm the magistrate in District 3 of the northern end of the county. I'm Roger Humphrey,
okay.
and you guys are in District 3. And the first shovel of dirt that got turned out there, I started getting phone calls
Okay.
of concerns. And all those concerns, I went straight to Becky, I went straight to Chuck, I went straight to Stephen, and any issue that has been brought up, I have addressed with them
Okay.
on things like they said, well, they're in violation because they're not hooking to sanitary sewer. They're not in violation.
I think I read somewhere they have to be 300 feet or closer
From the building,
To a structure.
to a
structure
The
to the,
structure.
I thought it
not
was
the
to
property line.
I thought it was the city.
No.
The sewer
And that was a
system.
misinterpretation on
way-
Mr. Purcell's part.
yeah.
Mr. Purcell still does not believe me when I tell him that.
Okay.
But it's in black and white writing
Okay.
with the Grant County Sanitary Sewer District
And our ordinance.
and our ordinances.
Okay.
He has also addressed to me about the newest one who has developed. He bought 26 acres in there and put a driveway in.
Mm-hmm.
It's agriculture. And he said, well, he's not allowed to move any dirt. It's a farm agriculture zone. You know, it's no different that, you know, I can't tell a farmer he can't move dirt on his land. There's no structure being built there right now, and probably be several years before he does build
Okay.
there. Any and all issues that has been brought to me, I have brought them straight to Becky,
Okay.
Chuck, and Stephen, and because I'll be honest with you, if there's something going on wrong there, I'm the first that's going to say it ain't going to happen. And all of us feel the same. You know, we're not going to do something behind somebody's back, and we're going to do it by the law, and it's in black and white. It's just very unfortunate that Mr. Purcell has interpreted his vision of it compared to what the actual black and white says. You know, the last conversation he and I had, it wasn't a pleasant one. He told me I should be doing my job, and I assure you I am doing my job, and I'm there for you all. You all were the ones that put me in office.
Okay.
And if you have any problem, I'll be the first to address it and be on your side.
We'll give you a buzz then.
Absolutely. I'll give you my card with my cell number.
Becky has a,
And Becky, thanks for always being readily available to provide clarity as to what things look like, because sometimes things are intimidating and confusing.
Yes.
And it's very helpful for what you do with explaining and sharing scenarios, and mostly confirming and educating folks on, you know, the ordinances and the protocols in place.
Did you want the petition or not?
yes, if you've got a copy of it, yes, I'll put it on.
I got one more question. We're talking about the culverts, Judge, that Tatum has put in thus far?
No.
Or, okay.
I think
Steve has not put these culverts in.
Okay.
These are culverts that was put in for the driveways, and there was an existing culvert
Okay.
that went under Violet Road
Okay.
from the.
And that's the
side-
concern, that's what
or
we're going to go down and look at.
South Fedora.
Under the road.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the diversion of water now, the way that it sets, is not going to affect also.
absolutely.
That's what's.
Yeah, you know,
That's
so,
our thing.
yes.
We're concerned.
Yes, the one under the road has been in place for many years.
It
Been there for a long
But
time.
when they put the drives in, there was all these trees and dirt already there, absorbing all that
Okay.
natural runoff.
Yes,
and everything like
yes, I see that.
that. And now that they've, made their driveways, which they had to.
Yeah, and they had to
in order
clear, actually, the road supervisor, because of safety visibility,
Yeah.
is the reason for the clearing of the trees, so
Yeah.
that you could see. But like I said, I know there's a culvert under the road down by Ridge Road that runs across there, and I'm sure spaced out, there may be one up in that area. That's the one we'll come and check
It's
tomorrow.
Right, it connects, and you can go over the road, and it's right directly across from the back part of our yard.
Okay. We'll
Absolutely.
come down, look at it, make sure that everything's being diverted
And
properly.
if you all have any questions or whatever, I think I put my dad and mom's phone numbers on there on the front, maybe. If I didn't, I can give you that.
Now, I have your phone number from speaking
Perfect,
with you, so
perfect.
I'll give you a call.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Green has it.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Well, and I'll contact also Paul Harp is the superintendent for the Grant County Sanitation. I'll reach out to him tomorrow when we go down to look at that and make him aware of that if there's a concern with one of the manholes to the main line that's being washed out.
And they'll take care of that. You know, that's not a problem. They will, if it's their line, they will take care of it.
Okay, not a, have someone else here in the audience that wants to speak on this matter? Yes.
Yeah, my name is Bob Schroeder. I'm from Arling House Families. The property is owned by not Arling House Builders, but it's a Arling House company called Arling House One LLC. And you know, we bought this farm, and when we bought it, we did not have definite plans. We've never turned a bit of dirt there. There's 2 driveways in right now. We've sold before we could even decide what we're going to do. We had people approach us. Would you sell us some acreage? So we sold a 5-acre. I can see it up there, but I can't reach there.
Yeah, the point.
I'm
I'm familiar with all the
Well, we
plat
sold
there.
a 5, a 6, and a 27-acre parcel. Those
Yes.
3 put a combined driveway in. That's why it looks so big. Becky called me and she said, "Hey, are you all putting a road in there?" And I said, "No, that's a driveway." And she said, "It's an awful big driveway." And that is a big driveway, but it's serving 3 homes, and they did have to cross a ravine. So it's bigger than what a normal driveway would be, but they're doing it right. They are reseeding it. The next parcel we sold was a 16-acre parcel. Nothing's been done on that yet. The next one sold was almost 19 acres, and they put in the driveway that Miss Black and Mr. and Mrs. Green are concerned about. And I looked at that to see how much water would go down that culvert that's there. That culvert's been there, as everybody knows, or is mentioned,
Not to interrupt, you're talking about the culvert under Violet Road?
under Violet.
Okay.
The one under Violet's been there forever. The other one, there was a culvert, there was a culvert pipe added under the new driveways, both of them as required
Correct.
by the county. The amount of water flow that is going to go down there compared to what has been in the past is so immensely insignificant. It would be probably, 2 bucket loads, and I mean 5-gallon bucket loads. You're probably talking 10 more gallon from, a little bitty driveway there. Everything else flows the other direction.
Yeah, and I know when I was down there, it slopes pretty
Everything
good down.
slopes the other direction, slopes down towards the lake. We still own 45 acres. We don't know what we're going to do with it. We might, before we make a decision on what we will do, we may have people come in and want to buy 45 acres or 5 acres or whatever. We just never have had a chance to submit a plan to the Planning Commission and have them, let us know what we can do if we wanted a zone change or whatever. No lot there, no parcel is less than 5 acres. Everyone was reviewed by Becky and approved. The driveways that have been put in were reviewed by the county road department.
Yes.
There's nothing that we've done that's been anything other than what is permitted. Mr. Humphrey has checked into some things.
Right.
The stormwater is, as Mr. Mr. Green mentioned, it's been there 4 years ago. It had some problems. None of that water is new water, other than maybe 5 gallon. And the only 5 gallon is because there is a new culvert pipe that'll add a tiny little smidget of water. Absolutely insignificant. Nothing else is a problem. And if any of y'all have any questions, you can always call us, Arling House Builders phone number. I don't know if I have a card here. Becky knows where to get hold
Yeah,
of me.
Becky has it. And
She knows, yeah. If
Okay.
any of y'all have any questions, I'm here just to answer questions and defend ourselves, because there have been allegations that we started development without zoning and whatever. None of that is true. And we're very proud of the job that we do when we build homes in Kenton and Boone County, and we've built in other counties too. We've built in Campbell, and we've built in Owen, and we've built in Gallatin, here and there, but this is the first time we've done anything down here. We bought the land because it was for sale, and we've never submitted a plan other than the 5-acre or larger parcels that have been broken off.
Well, and just so you'll know, when I'm speaking, I think for the whole court, we've never believed that anything was being done that wasn't permitted. I mean,
appreciate
any
that.
calls that I know that Magistrate Humphrey has contacted myself or our county attorney or Becky on, we verified that all the permitting's been done. And learning now from Julia, it appears that the concern is probably something that's been going on for a period of time anyway. And I think the concern is we just need to check, make sure that culvert is not adding to it. Now, I didn't personally look at that culvert under the road.
I did, and it's, like I said, if anything, 10 gallon at the moment.
Right, and I know how that
Bad
slopes
storm.
away from the road, so,
It all slopes the other way.
yes.
You're getting water runoff from the road mostly, and a very insignificant amount. Now, the neighbor, the parcel where the doctor lives, that slopes a little bit that way, but that was never changed. That's been
Right.
that way for the house
Long
must
time.
be 80 years old, whatever, so it's been there a long time.
Yes.
Nothing's been changed that is significant in any way.
Okay.
So I
Appreciate the clarity of confirming what was already in place in existence. I was confused at the culvert because I went and drove it, and it looked like it sloped appropriately. It looked like, grass has been in process of being resown and those types of things. So I was confused that, the stormwater drain already existed for how many years before underneath that road in its current state.
Right. It's been there forever.
Well, it sounds like what we need to look at is not something that's totally new. It's obviously been going on. This has just made us aware of it now.
They
so.
said 4 years ago, and there was confusion over storm sewer and sanitary. That we're not, none of the homes that will be built on the north side of the road there are going to use the city sewer.
Correct.
Is that not north?
I think it's north, yeah.
Yes. It will all be on the septic system approved by the state health department.
Right. And I think before most of them that planned to build there bought, they each had perk tests done.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, we verified all that too. When a lot of this got brought up, we were checking to make sure that
Okay.
everything was perking, and it was.
All right.
Again, every time a complaint come in to me, I contacted Chuck, Becky, Stephen, got it in black and white, and everything was okay, relayed that back to the people, but there's been so much false information
There is.
spread about that property.
I get a little bit
Emotions
Yes.
concerned about that because we don't just come in and do things like what the petition. I didn't hear all of it. I've never read it. I just heard what it,
Well, and Becky does an excellent job of planning and zoning to vet all that, and I feel comfortable when something comes through that everything's been checked as much as can be done.
Mr. Humphrey or any of you, if you do ever need to contact me, the number, if you want to write it down, is 859-392-8900. And my cell is 859-393-2639. And the name again was Bob Schroeder.
Well, Bob, thanks a lot for coming and
Well,
giving us some clarity.
Thank you. And I'll ask them if they have any questions after the meeting, too.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Was
Thank
there
you.
anyone, while we're on this topic, wanted to speak on the issues? Okay. If not, we'll move on down on the agenda. Anyone else have any questions?
No,
about the
no.
report?
Helpful,
I
very
hope,
helpful.
have we answered everything?
And I will get with you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We all want to work together and all want to be good neighbors.
But I'll reach out to you after we go down and look at it and see what it looks like, okay? Manholes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Might be loose.
And if it's part of Bullock Pen, I mean, they might be able to check those and make sure that they don't have a break there or
Right.
a tile that slipped, just to be on the safe side. And Judge Dills will get a hold of Paulie.
Okay. Well, thank you all. Moving down to item 9, reports. You all have in front of you the treasurer's report, animal shelter report, road supervisor report, building inspector's report, jailers, the sheriff. The sheriff's here. Is anything equal? I didn't think you would. It's too early.
The only thing I do have to say is Jacob Perkins is back from deployment, back on the road today. So if you see him out, well,
back.
Thank you.
Judge's report, the only thing I'll report on is you can see that they poured again on the front, on the concrete. He's hoping to be done by the end of the week with it, and then we'll start cleanup. So be glad to get that done. Also, they'll be working out on the plaster in this front lobby. He's maybe starting tomorrow or Thursday on it. So
Who's doing that?
Alan
Oh, okay.
Burkhart.
Okay.
Magistrate's report. Magistrate Humphrey, anything to report on?
Nothing to report.
Magistrate Codarn?
I just see roadside mowing going along. I know over in our area, they've cleared the sides very, very well. Also, they have put back a lot of road signs, and unfortunately, some of them are already gone again, so that's discouraging. Other than that, I think that's all I have.
Nothing specific to report this evening, sir.
Thank you. We've got a 2-page docket, so let's see here. I left off coroner's report. It's also in there. Anyone in the audience have anything to speak on? If not, I want to remind everyone our next meeting's Tuesday, November 15th, 2022 at 6:30 p.m., and it will be by Zoom. I need a motion to adjourn.
Prior to making the motion, I just wanted to remind folks to get out to vote on Tuesday of next week.
November 8th.
Yes, and so I make a motion to adjourn this evening. Well, come
I'll
on.
second.
Come on, y'all. What are you waiting on?
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, and Magistrate Humphrey is finally second.